for more on the story, we can go across to Gulliver Cragg, standing by in Kyiv. Gulliver, good afternoon. Talk us through developments where you are. We believe that the Ukrainian president has spoken with his U.S. counterpart this past weekend about what went on in Russia.
Yes, the Ukrainian leadership has been reaching out, I think, to all its international partners, including a phone conversation between President Volodymyr Zelensky and Joe Biden. He also has spoken to his Polish counterpart, Andrzej Duda, and to Justin Trudeau, the Prime Minister of Canada, ostensibly to discuss the situation in Russia first and foremost. Ukraine very much pushing the same line that actually the NATO Secretary-General Jens Stoltenberg has been putting forward, which is that this episode reveals the weakness of Vladimir Putin's regime. The Ukrainians are also saying that it shows that Russia is chaotic and, in a sense, dangerous because it's chaotic, but also not so dangerous in the sense of making Western partners of Ukraine feel worried about provoking it because it's also weak. So the Ukrainians are still, of course, clamoring to get more weapons from their Western partners, in particular long-range ATACMS missiles and F-16 fighter jets. But Volodymyr Zelensky also stressed that another topic of conversation, which he considers very important, was raised with these Western leaders as well, which is Ukraine's fears that the Russians may blow up the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant. Ukraine's military intelligence says it has information that the Russians have planted explosives there, and a lot of people in Ukraine are extremely concerned about it because after the Russians apparently blew up the Kakhovka dam, Ukrainians feel like they may be capable of really even more reckless actions than that. And if they get desperate, if they get weaker, they may resort to that kind of something as drastic as blowing up perhaps not the whole power plant, perhaps not a reactor, but even if they just blew up some radioactive waste storage, it would have very, very serious implications for the whole region.
Indeed. And Gulliver, talk us through what is happening on the ground with this counteroffensive.
Well, so as you said, the Ukrainian armed forces have retaken control of another village in Donetsk region. It's called Rivnopil. It's just to the west of the string of villages that Ukrainian armed forces took control of early on in the counteroffensive just south of Velika Novosilka. So they're consolidating their positions in that area. But they still haven't broken through the main line of Russian defense. These are still incremental gains. Hanna Maliar, the Deputy Defense Minister, reported this morning that since the counteroffensive started on the 5th of June, the Ukrainian army have retaken about 130 square kilometers of land from under Russian occupation. Experts, though, and military spokespeople say that they haven't seen any significant change in the Russians' behavior resulting from Yevgeny Prigozhin's rebellion over the weekend.
Gulliver, thank you very much for that update. Gulliver Cragg reporting there for us from Kyiv.